right, what up, what up, what up? What's going on? What's the deal? What's popping? Let me make sure the shit is streaming, doing what it needs to do. So what's good, people? What is going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's the deal? Whiskey to Don, Greg John, O'Forley, Jason, Kenwood Drive, what up? So today we're going to be talking about picking up chicks. All right? So I'm going to give you guys a calling number in a second. Some of y'all probably already saved it, but I don't want dudes calling in just yet because I gotta give y'all this game real quick. But before we get into all of that, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys get this book. Click the link below to get your copy of How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. If you do not have this book, you are slipping, okay? Make sure you guys get that. You feel what I'm saying? So, we also got in the chat room Justine, Nevo, Nigel, Takeem, Soldier, Soldier Miami, what up? The Surge, Joel, Corries, C. Gonzo, Fabian, Cover, what's good? KP Max in the building, Jay Reese, what up? Whiskey to Dawn. You said when is the Game Kings gonna be released? That shit ain't coming out till like late this year, early next year. So it's gonna take a while, bro. Because you gotta do that editing, bro. The editing is crazy. I haven't even shot my part yet in the documentary. I haven't even filmed my scenes yet. So it's gonna take a minute. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna take a minute. What up to Alpha? Martin 79934, what up? Sogi 007, what up? Zach Ali, was good? What is good? Cardell was popping. So today, real quick, before I get into the calls, I wanted to talk about picking up women and, you know, the numbers game and understanding that it's going to be a numbers game. I know a lot of dudes on the internet, you know, they want to be able to get women without doing any work. I understand. It's very appealing to think you can make this happen. But what I want you guys to understand is that you got to put in some work, and it's going to be a numbers game. You have to understand that everything that you're trying to do and accomplish is going to be that numbers game. So just like, let's say, for example, you were trying to get a job, you're going to probably have to interview at a few places before you get that one job in a lot of cases. Sometimes you might get that first job. Sometimes you might not. So you might have to interview a few places, right? I used this example before of how you may have a recording artist, let's say Eminem, a Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, fucking whoever, who gets millions upon millions of hits and views on their music videos, on their single. They'll probably get like 500 million views on YouTube. But when it comes to the sale of the record, you know, it may just go platinum, meaning only 1 million people bought that. So out of those millions of views, only 1 million people bought that shit. So you have 500 million views on this video, only 1 million people bought the record, right? It's a numbers game. So the same thing applies when it comes to getting with girls, picking up chicks. But see, you have guys out there who they want to try to escape that. They want to try to escape the fact that this is what you need to do. Now, what I will talk about today is also how to make it work for you better, how to make the numbers game work for you better. You understand what I'm saying? But if you think that you're going to be able to get girls without having to play the numbers game, you are fooling yourself. Period. You have to do it. What up, Joe Blast was popping? You have to do it. I don't care even if you worrying about choosing signals or chicks choosing you and all that other shit. It's still a numbers game. Because a chick could choose you. Let's say a chick is checking you out. You understand? Let's say a chick is checking you out. And you say, okay, this chick is choosing. She's checking me out heavy. You go up and approach her. And then she don't like the way your voice sounds. she's not feeling you anymore. What up, K-Zaggin20 was popping, bro. So now she's not feeling you anymore. Guess what? You got to talk to the next girl, the next girl. You got 4 chicks choosing you, and only one of those chicks is actually going to be really something's going to turn out the way you want it to. It's always a numbers game, always. So no matter if you're waiting for chicks to choose you, no matter if you go into cold approach, all of it is a numbers game. You can't escape it. Because look, I seen videos online where dudes, they're complaining, you know, and you know, shout out to my dude Eddie Fuse. He just did a video about beta male behaviors that dudes need to stop doing. And I remember he said one of them is complaining. He's basically saying winners don't complain. The only people who complain are losers. So I see these videos of dudes complaining about, yo, I don't feel like having to bother to go up and approach all these women. Well, I got to approach all these women for? Stop complaining. You're complaining because you're losing. You're complaining because it's not working for you. If you figure out how to make it work for you, you would not be complaining. But either way, it has to be done. That's the only way. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you guys. But you got guys out there who, they want girls, they want to fuck with chicks, but they don't want to have to go out there and try to interact with women. How does that even work? That's ridiculous. What up, Jarrell? What's going on? So dudes out there, they want the outcome, but don't want to have to do what it takes to get the outcome they want. You're like, oh, I got to approach 50 girls. I got to approach 100 girls. You understand? They think that this is what they want. They want the magic formula to be able to approach 1 or 2 girls that they like without having to get rejected ever. That's what dudes want. You understand what I'm saying? So dudes got to get over that bullshit. And also, guys have to stop with this fantasy that they're just going to chill and be, and chicks are going to fall all over them, or chicks are going to start approaching them like crazy. Now, this is the thing. There's some guys that are out there where chicks will approach them, right? There's some dudes who will get a girl here and there to approach them. But when I'm talking about this situation of you getting with girls, girls are not approaching men on a mass scale consistently. See, if you're talking about, oh, well, women approach me, I'm like, okay, how many women are approaching you daily, consistently? And how many of those women are chicks you would consider hot? You see what I'm saying? Most guys will be like, it ain't happening. For 99% of the guys, it ain't happening. And let's say the other 1% of the guys, they'll get a chick approaching them, but it may be a chick they're not really feeling. And it's not happening consistently. See, for you to say, or for you to feel comfortable to say, well, I got, you know, chicks approaching me all the time, you would need to be a dude who's getting approached by like 10 to 15 girls a day. And all of them is cooperating, and most of them are hot. If that's not happening to you, you ain't talking about shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, I've had chicks approach me, but I would say like half of those girls that approach me are chicks I don't want anyway. Right? And the thing is, it's not happening on a consistent basis. To me, I would need at least 10 women a day, at least 10 women a day approaching me for that to even make sense to me, for that to even be a thing. If I'm not getting 10 women, at least 10 women a day, literally walking up to me and trying to holler at me, then it's stupid. It don't make no sense. How many of y'all guys in the chat room have at least 10 women rolling up on you and approaching you and talking to you and trying to get with you? It ain't happening. So since that's the case, right? Since that's the case, what you're going to have to do, exactly, K-Zag, and no one, exactly. These dudes is living in a fantasy world on this internet shit. It's not happening. And let me give you some reasons why it's not happening. See, there's so many different reasons. One, women are not socially programmed to do that. You understand what I'm saying? You said 10 is a stretch, more like 3 to 5 females per day. So, Takeem, you have 3 to 5 females rolling up on you, asking you for your number a day. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're honestly telling us? So, one, it's not socially acceptable for chicks to do that. Two, because guys will think, well, if I'm really good looking, women will approach. No. What it is sometimes, too, is because you're really good looking to this girl, she may be way too intimidated to even look at you sometimes or even talk to you like that. You understand what I'm saying? She'll probably glance or whatever, but she's not going to go out there and do that shit. Because women have big egos and they don't want to get rejected. You feel what I'm saying? Man. You said they're ego-driven to be hit on. Them approaching men takes that away from them. Exactly. Real talk. You understand what I'm saying? You said looks matter if you approach. They don't matter if you don't approach. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Right, if you're a celebrity, yeah, chicks will, approach you and all that shit all day. But the average dude ain't getting chicks approaching them like that. So what happens is that you have to approach the women. You have to approach the women. Right? So since you have to approach the women, understand it's going to be that numbers game. Even if a girl's choosing you, you still got to approach. The most a girl would do if she's choosing you is probably smile at you, look at you, put herself sort of in your circumference, but most girls aren't going to make the move, so you still got to go and approach. So it's still going to be a numbers game. Now, why is it going to be a numbers game? Some women you approach ain't going to like you. Some women you approach already have boyfriends. Some women you approach are lesbians. You understand? So there's all these different reasons as to why you may not get that girl you approach. You understand? Damian Forby said it's too much work. And the thing is, it's actually not a lot of work. And this is what I want you guys to understand. Is that, and this is how you make the numbers game work for you. Right? Is this. One, the tighter your game is, the less amount of women you need to interact with. I'm going to say that again. The tighter your game is, the less amount of women you need to interact with. You understand? So, for example, let's say you get a guy who approaches 100 girls, but his game is weak. He may get probably 1 or 2 of those girls. You understand? If his game is weak, he might get 1 or 2 out of 100. Right? But if you got a guy whose game is tight and he approaches 100 girls, like a guy who's, let's say a guy who's advanced. A guy who's advanced, if he approaches 100 girls, he might get like 40 of them. You feel what I'm saying? So that guy whose game is advanced, he may, the first 10 girls he approached, he might get, 4 out of those 10. You understand what I'm saying? But if your game is weak, you're going to have to approach more and more women. You see what I'm saying? This is why I tell dudes they got to work on their mouthpiece, work on their confidence, work on all that shit, because that makes it easier for you when it comes to the numbers game, but it's still going to be a numbers game, period. You understand? You said give examples of weak game. Okay, so for example, a guy who has weak game, he hesitates to go and approach the girl. A guy who has weak game, when he is talking to the girl, he doesn't really look her in the eye. A guy who has weak game, he doesn't know how to go back and forth when he's having that conversation with the girl, right? A guy who has weak game doesn't know how to transition from, you know, just regular talk, small talk, to flirting and building sexual tension, right? A guy who has weak game is scared to close the deal with the chick. You understand? There's a lot of different things that because you're so weak on all these different things, that makes it harder for you to attract the amount of women you're approaching. Because I see these videos of dudes who are like, yo, I approached 1,000 girls and I didn't get one of them. I didn't approach 100 girls and nowhere. It's because your game is weak. You understand what I'm saying? K-Zaggy said weak game is deliberating about what to say instead of just doing facts. And that's the thing. A lot of dudes, because their shit is so weak, they're just approaching. And by the law of averages, they might get 1 or 2 girls. But the reason why they're not getting more is because they haven't stepped their game up. And this is why the numbers game seems so fucking frustrating, because guys are like, damn, you know, I'm out here talking to this girl, talking to that girl, trying to make this happen, trying to make that happen, and I just can't get a chick to fuck with me. And part of it is because when you're interacting with the chick or you're trying to make something happen, right? The game is so weak that it's making it harder for them to get from point A to point B. You understand? Junior, you said dudes need to develop the gift of gab. Exactly. Exactly. You understand? Shout out to my dude Ron Wills. I think he just did a video about that earlier, about having a gift of gab, which is very important. You see what I'm saying? But see, unfortunately, you have a lot of guys out there who don't want to work on anything. They just want to complain and be like, oh, it's too hard, and these girls out here don't like me, and these girls don't give me a chance to talk to them, and yada, yada, yada. You understand? You said when you approach a woman, you're always calm, but before you approach, you still have anxiety. Is it normal? And how do I get around it? Yeah, it's normal to still have that anxiety. Sometimes that anxiety will still be there, but you need to push through that. You need to not let that stop you, because the anxiety sometimes will still sort of be there, but the more you do it, the less the anxiety is there. But this is why I tell guys they got to be more consistent with it. So for example, if you went out every day this week and approached the girl, let's say you started Monday in the week, right? On Monday, when you first get out there, you're going to probably have all this anxiety. Then when you talk to the first girl, right? And then after that interaction, it happens, no matter if you got the number or whatever. Just because you talk to her, now your anxiety lessens because you already did it. So now you're like, you go to the second girl and the third girl, and the more you do it, the more, the less anxiety you have. You understand what I'm saying? Now, let's say you went out on Tuesday again, you did it again. You're going to have less anxiety than you did when you first started Monday, because you already did it on Monday. Now you did it Tuesday. Now you did it Wednesday. Now you did it Thursday. So now the more you're doing it, the less anxiety you have, because you are in the zone. You're in the flow of it. Now, what happens is this, though. Let's say you approach all these women all week, and by Saturday, you're on top of your shit. You're just like making it happen, right? Now, let's say a month or two passes by and you don't approach any chicks. That anxiety you had is going to build back up again the next time you go out after those 2 months, because you stopped doing it. This is why I tell guys, it's about you making it a continuous thing. You understand what I'm saying? Something you're doing consistently, because if it's something you're doing consistently, you keep that momentum up. And so the thing is, it's about having conversations with women in general. You don't see what guys gotta understand. It's not about just, oh, I'm going out and I'm just straight picking up a chick. You understand what I'm saying? It's you talking to the girl at Starbucks who works there, who's giving you your coffee. You understand what I'm saying? It's about, you're in an elevator, there's a girl there, talk to her. Right? you're waiting online at Walmart. Talk to the girl who's in front of you. Whatever. You just become extremely social, and not only with chicks, but social with people, and it's easier for you to make it happen. Or maybe you said, how do you make approaching fun? Well, stop worrying too much about the outcome. That's how you make it fun. You understand? That's how you make it fun. But yeah, the thing though is that, again, you can't escape the numbers game. This is and the reason why I wanna put this into guys' heads is because once you accept that, then you'll start taking action. You understand what I'm saying? Once you accept that, that's when you start taking action. Because see, well, most dudes, I'm gonna open up the phone lines in like a few minutes. What most dudes will do is they're looking for ways to not have to do this. Right? To not have to do this. Now, of course, there's other ways to get chicks. You don't have to literally just go out and approach chicks, in public or at bars or whatever. You can meet chicks online. You could get chicks through your social circle. That's cool. That's all cool and good. What I'm saying still is it's still going to be a numbers game online and even through your social circle. You understand? It's still a numbers game, period. You can't escape it. See, what guys are trying to do is they're trying to find a magic formula so they don't have to, well, I don't feel like having to approach a bunch of girls. You understand? Like, let's say if you were running errands, let's say you were, going to, I don't know, do your laundry or some shit. In the laundromat, you might see 5 or 6 girls in there you could have talked to. While you were walking to the laundromat, you could have saw a chick you could have said something to. While you went into the corner store to buy a water, while you was waiting for your clothes to dry, there could have been a chick right there to talk to. You understand what I'm saying? So you just got to look for those situations to be able to make it happen. Now, if you are in, let's say, a city or a town where it's not that many girls or, it's not as popular or whatever, you need to figure out, French. Yeah, I'm gonna have you call in a second. What's your first three digits so I know it's you? Yeah, so if you're in a city or a town or whatever where, it's not as popping as like a New York or LA or whatever, you got to figure out, okay, where's the spots where the girls are going to be at? Go to those spots and talk to girls there. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how you got to do it. You said, can you have an ego and still be detached? Like not worried about the chick responding to your advances? Well, yeah, you the thing is, you should be detached from the whole shit anyway. You should just be doing it to do it. And what happens is, usually a lot of times when you're just doing it, right, without attaching your ego to it, without making the interaction about you personally and just doing the thing you need to do to get where you need to go, usually a lot of times you get more success that way because you're not taking it too personally. You understand? French, I'm not on Skype right now. I'm on the Google Voice. So you're gonna have to call into the number. Let me put the number out there. Hold on. Put the calling number so people can call in. Hold on. Call in number. And then let me copy and paste this shit. Hold on. So I'm gonna keep putting the number in the chat. So people call this 281-673-6215. 281-673-6215. So if you guys need to call up, that is the number. You feel me? That is the number. Jay International, you say you can't escape rejection, so just accept it as part of life. Facts, exactly. You can't escape rejection. You can't escape the numbers game. So if you want success, you got to do the shit. You got to go out there and do it. You said you only approach women that you're attracted to. You and Steve advise to approach 5 women a day. Do you think men should only approach women who they are actually, they are, you said that they are, or attracted to, or should they approach any woman? Or when you're practicing, just approach any woman, right? Just so that you get your skills up. You understand? Oh, there's people calling? Am I missing calls? What's going on? So I'm not hearing shit. But once you get a good grasp, you know, just go for the ones you're attracted to. You see what I'm saying? So you know, that's how you got to do it. You said, do I get straight to the point online when I match with a girl on Tinder? Hell yeah. As soon as I match with her, I'll be like, yo, what's good? When you free so we get together and get a drink. Hold on. Let me answer this.
From
Miguel.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Why is this shit acting funny right now? Hold on. Miguel, you got to call back, bro. Well, let me see if I can do it on my speaker. Damn, hold on. My bad, you got to call back. This shit is bugging out. Call back. Call back. My bad, bro. So yeah, the calling number is 281-673-6215. Alright, let's try this again.
Call from
Miguel from Texas.
Alright, Miguel, what's good, bro?
What's good, Locario? What's good?
What's poppin'? What's the deal?
No, just tuning in to the topic. I don't know if you recall, but I was a dude that you met when you was down here in Houston.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, man. Yo, what's good, bro? So, I met Miguel when we was out in Texas, bro. What's good with you?
Good, bro. So just to kind of like pick up where we left off, remember when we were chopping it up with that girl? I got her phone number, right?
Right.
And shit, I got my teeth pulled like last Friday, like 2 days after I met the bitch, right? So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and try to get at her then. So I finally healed up and I called her yesterday, right? And she didn't pick up. And we exchanged numbers, so I know she has my shit locked up, right? Not to mention when I was trying to get her number, I saw the call log. You know, like when you hit the app and like you can see like the last phone numbers you dialed. I saw one with a dick emoji, right? Now, the point that I'm trying to make is that, especially to these guys, is that in this game, man, like when you first meet a chick, she's always gonna be hooking up with somebody, right? So you just gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So like it's your turn to like get up at bat, swing, right? Because that's part of, and that's what goes into the numbers game, right? And like I don't know, you know what I'm saying? No homo or anything, but like if you recall, like I mean, I'm a pretty good looking guy. I'm tall,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like I can dress, and I mean like I am still subject to this game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still subject to the numbers game. When I'm out in downtown, I'm talking to girls, you know what I'm saying? Yo, excuse me, you know, what's your name? I thought you were pretty. You know, I don't know if you like wine or tea, but whatever. Let's exchange numbers and get together so we can kick it or something. You know what I'm saying? And go from there. But like, it is nonstop work, Locario. You know what I'm saying? I get my hair cut at 12:30 every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Like, not only that, but what I used to do is I used to wait until the weekend to go out. Try to get at chicks, right? So think about it from this perspective, right? Because everybody loves numbers. There's 168 hours in a week, right?
Right.
168 hours in a week. So if you go out between the hours of 9:30 to 3:30, that's 6 hours, right? Let's say you do it 2 times. Friday, Saturday night, that's 12 hours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're expecting to try to get, you know what I'm saying, a badass chick. Not only get her, but like bring her back to the crib and like knock it down, right? Like within such time, like nah, like you're not gonna get the best results. You know what I'm saying? And like I would still go out and like you know what I'm saying, like I'd pull a chick, but you know what I'm saying, like it's one night stands and it's hard to like generate the numbers that way. So instead, I switched it up to going out, you know what I'm saying, throughout the week.
Right.
For a couple of hours and just talking to as many chicks as I can. And instead of trying to wait to the end of the week and, you know, trying to pull up half court and win a game, win a shot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
see, the thing is, you know, it's good. However you're doing it, as long as you putting in some effort to do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's the thing that guys gotta understand. Because even when when me and you was in at the spot, because for those who don't know, I met him at this spot in Texas, and so there was some chicks out there. He got and it's funny, the chick you got her number. I remember she said she worked at some other bar, and she was trying to get people to come to the bar. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's, you got to take that into account too, where sometimes chicks like that will rack up numbers and rack up dudes to try to get them to come to their spot and do all that other goofy shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt, of course.
Right.
Now to flip that on its head, you know what I'm saying? Like, because she works at this club that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually a good popping spot on Sundays. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, instead of trying to get into a rotation with her, like, this is probably the only time I'd advocate having friends that are like your chicks. Because, I mean, if it's trying to hit my nigga, like, I ain't trying to be buddy-buddy. You know what I'm saying? But, since she's the plug, you know, maybe she can plug me in with other chicks.
Exactly.
You know
right. Exactly. Like, so if shit don't pop off, you know, on some sex shit, just be like, yo, you know, let me know when the other things is popping off. Let me know where your friend's gonna be at, and I'm gonna come through. And a lot of times, what happens is sometimes when you do that, that's when the chick starts coming around, because now she sees that the attention is not necessarily on her, and she realizes it's not about her, which makes her want to gravitate to you more because she wants to make it about her. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's something else you could do.
And also because, you know, bitches want you more when they see you with other bitches.
Exactly. And you know what's funny? Right. You know what's funny? Because we talking about the numbers game. So remember that night, and we approached these two other girls that was over there with the hookah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And then so that shit ain't work out. We walked away from that. And when you had left that night, because you left this early, you left me and Miles.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Me and Miles went to another spot called Prospect Park. I don't know if you heard of that.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Prospect's hot down here. Yeah.
Right. So we went to Prospect Park, and some shit went down over there. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want, you know what I mean. But what I'm trying to say is because we were playing the numbers game, we went from that first spot I met you at, then we went to this other spot, and then shit popped off over there. You feel what I'm saying? Because we were actually, you know, keeping it moving. And so that's the thing that guys gotta understand, is that when you keep it moving and you keep it going and you keep the flow happening, that's when shit starts to develop. A lot of dudes, they get discouraged because the first girl they talk to, they be feeling her, and because shit don't pop off with that girl, they mad as fuck and they're upset and they're like, oh, I'm going MGTOW and chicks don't like me because of this and because of that and all this other bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
and then just to like piggyback on that, something that I've noticed is that, you know, and this probably will happen, you know, happens to everybody, but like when it comes to the first chick that you talk to, like usually you're not gonna get her because, you know what I'm saying, you gotta like, you know, dust the rust off yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you know, once you kind of like pick up a little bit of momentum, then you get like some validation, because validation does work both ways. That's what these motherfuckers don't understand. Like, you know, when the chick is flirting with you or she's choosing up on you, like that shit makes a nigga feel good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I don't depend on it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like it does, you know what I'm saying? Like it does. That shit works both ways. So once you get the first one out, it's like, okay, she curved me, or okay, she was vibing with me. Okay, now I gotta keep on going. Gotta keep going. And then that's the you know what I'm saying? Like you build the momentum that way.
Right.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in the Bad Boy membership, like soaking up game heavy. I hopefully this was a good call for some of these listeners. I mean, sometimes niggas be calling and like discussing the most basic you know, the most basic topics or whatever.
Right.
So
but hey, that's how we gotta learn, man. We gotta, you know, we just gotta keep going with it, man. But yo, let me when you come in, let me know when you come into the city, because I remember you said you was coming to New York. Let me know when you out here, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna be out there like 25th of June.
Okay,
so,
yeah. Let me know. We could you know, get it popping out here. Go out see these chicks out here. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure. I'm gonna use my Tinder gold to like line them up.
That's what's up. All right, bro. I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, peace. Later. That's my dude, man. But yeah, that's what's up, man. You got to go out there and play the numbers game. And see, the dude Miguel that I was on the phone with, this dude's a tall dude, tall, good-looking dude. You understand? And he still got to go out there and get it popping. It just is what it is. All right, let's see what's popping.
Anthony Izioki.
Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Mr. Locario, man. What's going on, bro?
Chilling. What's the deal?
Yo, so I got to get this off my chest, man. Yo, so you made a post and a video talking about body count.
Right.
And I was there. That was me. I was the one with the Raiders pick. And I can honestly tell you right now over the phone that I am disgusted with a lot of these dudes, man. Like I'm dead ass, yo. Like I'm surprised how many dudes just didn't get it.
Right.
It's really insane. Like forgive me. I don't want to take up all your time just venting, like, and trying to break this down. But it's just like, can you just go into a little bit of just about how just break it down for these dudes who just don't get it, like.
Right. So you talking about the video I put out the other day when I was talking about the metaphor about the key and the lock shit? Yeah. So that's the thing. You know, this is what guys gotta understand, man. And this is why I try to harp on this whole body count shit, because what guys gotta understand is that none of this shit matters. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning that there's nothing you can do about this. Meaning a lot of guys, because this is what dudes say. They'll say, "Yo, I only want to get with a chick who had, if she can't have more sex with more than 2 guys." I'm like, bruh, how do you know? How do you know she had sex with only 2 guys? How? There's no way you can find out. And dudes think that there's a way to find out. You can't. It's impossible, right? That's one. But 2, the whole thing with the metaphor with shit, because for those who don't know, it's the thing where they say, well, a master key can open any lock, but any lock that can be opened by any key is worthless or whatever. That's basically like what they're saying that, you know, if you're dude, you know, a dude could fuck all these girls and that's cool, but if a girl has a bunch of sex, that means she's worthless and she's a whore and she shouldn't be having sex.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys have in their mind that women don't like sex. You understand what I'm saying? And like they really think women don't like sex, or that women are only supposed to have sex at a limited rate or some other goofy shit. And I'm like, bruh, women have 8,000 nerve endings in the clitoris. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, so what guys will do is they'll do this thing where they rationalize, why women shouldn't be fucking. Because they want to rationalize why women shouldn't be fucking so that they can feel better about the situation. Because all of this is really ego. Because on the low, this is what it really is. On the low, a lot of guys resent the fact that women can get sex easy. You understand what I'm saying?
I told that to my friend.
Right.
I told that to my friend today. When we were just seeing all the goofy niggas in that chat, just with their goofy explanations, I told my friend, I was like, low-key, these dudes are just low-key bitter that women can get whatever they want.
Right, when it comes to sex.
I was there.
Right.
Yeah, I was there. I would struggle my ass off. You know, there was a time where I wasn't seeing the fruits of my labor, and then I would see women just get it whenever they want. Yeah, I would be frustrated, but I would never get to just these goofy explanations. I would accept it for what it is and keep it moving in the game, like. Right,
but also this is what guys also don't understand, because guys think women have it easy, meaning they're like, well, chicks could get dick, so you know that's it. But what guys don't understand is, as much as women love sex, that's not all they want, though. That's not like the prize for women. You understand? That's like, okay, imagine you watching a video of a woman dating coach talking to women, right? And and imagine a woman saying, or the woman audience saying, "Oh, men have it so easy because, you know, they can have a lot of conversations and go on dates with as many women as they want. They can get, you know, they can get women to talk to them on the phone all day and all that other shit, right? Men are so fucking lucky they can get, you know, women to just talk to them all day and hang out with them all day, right? So then a man watching that's gonna be like, we don't give a fuck about that bullshit. We trying to get some pussy, right? So when you tell a woman, oh, woman, you're so lucky you get all this dick and it's so easy for you to get sex, she's like, whatever, I want a boyfriend. I want a nigga that's gonna come in and fucking pay attention to me and talk to me about my problems and all that shit. You see what I'm saying? So what guys gotta understand is that it's not that women have it easier. They have an easier time getting sex, but that's not necessarily what they want, which makes it not easier for them to get what they want. Just like it may not be easier for you to get what you want, which is the pussy. But also what happens is, guys, what they'll do is that they'll look for rationalizations as to why women shouldn't be having sex. So they'll say shit like, well, women can't peer bond if they have too much sex, which is bullshit. So and the thing, and shout out to my dude K Zaggin, because he made a comment. He said and I agree with him. He's basically saying that peer bonding isn't actually a necessary thing to life objectively, meaning that peer bonding is more of a social construct. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what happens is that back in the day when motherfuckers was actually really polyamorous and all this other shit, everybody was fucking everybody. You understand? All the dudes was fucking all the chicks was fucking all the dudes, and motherfuckers was getting pregnant and having babies. And what happened was the community would watch all the kids in the community. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't about no damn pair bonding, because it wasn't about being in a pair. It was about the community. You see what I'm saying? So now when we come to pair bonding, right? That's more of like a monogamous type of thought process. Now, also, but what also has to be understood is that the sex isn't necessarily the thing that makes it hard for the woman to quote unquote pair bond. See, a woman can bond with a man based off of the woman she is and based off of the game the guy instills in a woman to create that situation. And so I use myself as an example. My wife has been with me for 13 years. She's been with multiple dudes. You understand? My girl, who's been with me for almost 4 years, have been with multiple dudes also, right? How is it that they're able to pair bond with me but with being with multiple men? How? You see what I'm saying? How is that happening? And not only, I have 2 women that's pair bonding with me who both have been with multiple men. How? You see what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm saying. It's a lot of goofy shit. And so they bring up all these different weird shit, you understand, to make that happen. And this is the thing that guys gotta understand. It's not about even the sex necessarily. A woman could, let's say a woman was hanging out with, let's say a woman has been with a few guys, let's say she's been with 5 guys who she didn't have sex with, right?
Yeah.
If those 5 guys, while they were with her, creating a situation where she feels, where she felt sort of like disconnected from them, or they did something, or they did things she didn't like, let's say they were verbally abusive to her, let's say they punched her in the face and all this other shit, right? Her outlook on men is going to be negative. You understand what I'm saying? So now, when you meet that girl, she may not be able to bond with you because she's been with those 5 dudes who treated her like shit. So therefore, she has a distrust for men. But none of those guys fucked her. So it's not about the guys fucking her. It's about the energy she shared with the guys she's been with. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so if you met that girl, the only way she's going to be able to bond with you is if your game is on point, to the point where you can get her to recognize and realize and come to the realization, come to the understanding that she can trust you as a man and actually follow your lead. she will bond with you because your game is tight enough to influence her to get to that point. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And this is what guys don't understand. Now, another thing guys try to rationalize. They'll say, well, if a woman has sex with a guy, that means she's sharing. She gets his DNA is all over her. You understand? Which is not true. See, there's really, and you guys can Google this. There really isn't any hard scientific evidence that says that because a guy, shoots his sperm on her or whatever, that she is having the DNA from a male. Usually what happens is that, and they've done studies on this with scientists, whatever, where they say that if a woman has any male DNA, it's usually either from a miscarriage or it's either from her being born from her mother and her mother had a son before that woman was born, which she shared some of that son's DNA through being born. You understand what I'm saying? And so there's all these other things that it's not from the actual sex, and also sperm die. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that it's getting caught up in her DNA mixed in with the sex. Again, there's a lot of shit out there that is made for men to sort of feel good about themselves with trying to sort of push down female sexuality. You see what I'm saying?
It's really sad. Like I put a status on Facebook. My friend came in arguing, and then I took it off, and then I realized, look, there's a reason why Corey Lane has a book called 3% Man.
Right.
That's not an exaggeration.
Right.
He titled that book specifically just like that for a reason. It's really only about 3% of dudes who really get it. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. And this is the thing. At the end of the day, you can't stop women from doing what they want to do. This is what guys gotta understand. This is why we try. See, this is why I talk about cooperation. Cooperation means you're working together. So what that means is I'm not trying to control you. I'm seeing if you're going to cooperate. You understand? So that's the most important thing. And while she's cooperating, what you're doing is you're managing the situation with her because you are still the man in the situation, which means you're equipped to lead, right? But you got to understand that she's cooperating with you to build and make shit go down. But when it comes to sexuality, and even my dude K Zaggin talked about this in his video that he put out. And you guys subscribe to K Zaggin because K Zaggin 20 drop a heavy game. But he's basically saying that in these other like societies, like these Muslim countries and all these other stuff, these women can get killed for cheating on their man or killed for dating a different type of guy or whatever that's not in their culture. And they still fucking do it. So imagine, a chick can get killed for fucking around, and she still will fuck around. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's in her. She desires to do that. You see what I mean? But see.
Here's one thing that really bothers me. Going back to the whole situation, why is it for some men, if a chick has a certain number of bodies, that disqualifies her from being a wife? Wifey material.
Bruh, this is why
because she had like 50.
They don't get it because again, they're looking at women through ownership. This is why I be trying to tell cats. They're looking at it through. See, they've made sex the most important thing. They put sex on a pedestal, and you got to understand this. Think about this, and I've used it before. If a woman is 28 years old and she's been dealing with guys since she was 18. If that woman has not been in a long-term, committed, monogamous relationship all that time, that means that she was single. If she's single, that means that she would have been fucking. So even if she was trying to get a boyfriend, let's say when she was 19 years old, she tried to get with this one dude, right? And it didn't work out, but they fucked. 20 years old, she tried to get with another guy. She wanted him to be her boyfriend. They fucked, it didn't work out. 21, let's say she only fucked one guy each year. That means by the time she's 28, she's already fucked 10 dudes, right? But that's because she was never really in a long-term committed monogamous relationship. But what does that even matter, though? See, the thing is that because she hasn't been in that situation, and she's a sexual being, and shout out to K-Zag, he says sex is just a physical act, right? That's what's going to happen naturally, because women, it's funny to me, this is what's funny. I don't understand how all these dudes want to fuck so many girls, but don't want girls to fuck. How does that work?
Exactly.
How does that work?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work?
Ding, 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 ding.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? You want to fuck mad chicks, you want to bang a bunch of bad chicks, but you don't want no girls fucking. How? How does that?
You complain that chicks ain't trying to fuck niggas.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense, because look, how you trying to fuck a whole bunch of chicks, but then you want a virgin for your wife? How? You fucking because see, again, they think there's a difference. They think that the thought and the hoe is different than the good girl. They think there's two different types of girls out there. You understand? They think, you see what I mean? So they're like, well, I'm gonna go fuck all these hoes, but when I'm ready to get married or ready to have my girlfriend, she only can have 0 to 1 body count. I'm like, bro, where are you finding this girl though? Where?
So a while back, you debunked that whole can't turn into a housewife nonsense too.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And because see, most housewives are hoes. This is what guys want to say. They be like, yo, you can't turn a hoe. Nigga, most housewives are hoes, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Most dudes that get married to these chicks, they've been fucking and sucking for years. See, this is the thing. It's unfortunate. This is what happens. Most guys are, unfortunately, will never see the real sexual side of a woman. You understand?
Yep.
Because, dude, there's been times, there's so much times where, look, I fuck chicks who are married, who had fiancés, who had boyfriends, and some of them in their own bed while their boyfriends and all that shit and their husbands were at work. And I don't suggest you guys do that, but I'm just saying. I'm just trying to illustrate a point. You understand? I've had sex where, there's times where I had to turn down sex from women because they wanted to do it in public places that I wasn't comfortable fucking around with them in. You understand what I'm saying? I was like, hold on, like, chill. Like, let's wait till we get to a room or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, chicks love dick. It's ridiculous. They love it because, and this is what you gotta understand why they love dick. They love dick because dick is another form of attention. You understand what I'm saying? And women love attention. See, women love attention even more than they love dick most times, but dick is a form of attention that you're giving them. Because what happens is that a woman, she'll be like, I want all this attention. At some point, right, the attention turns into dick. You understand what I'm saying? It's inevitable that she's going to have to suck and fuck a few dicks to get all the attention she's craving. You see what I'm saying? Because she can't just get guys, because this is the thing. The reason why some guys are designated to be in friend zones and some guys get used by girls and some guys get girls playing games with them, the only reason that happens in most cases is because women physically and literally cannot fuck all the guys who want to fuck them. You understand what I'm saying? So since she can't fuck all the guys that want to fuck her, the next best thing she can get is just use you for your attention. So at least she's getting dick attention, but then she's also getting non-sexual attention from all the other guys that she literally can't fuck. Just like I was using the example on the video. I said if a chick has in 10 years had 3,650 guys trying to fuck her, but she only fucked 50, what does that tell you? She can't fuck all 3,600, like she could if she wanted to, but most women aren't gonna fuck 3,000 dudes. Most women's bodies counts. Go ahead.
Yeah, here's the part that bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You go into the comment section and you read that stuff, and you have some of your most die-hard supporters, people who are on your memberships and buy your books and your products,
right,
and they don't even get it.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. If they get it, if they get this, and this is why I talk about this so much, if you get this, then that's going to change your whole dynamic when you're dealing with women. See, this is the thing. I remember I was at a, and it's going to illustrate my point. I was at a seminar years ago. It was a seminar on how to become rich, right? And the speaker said, if you think money is evil or the root of all evil, or you think that, rich people are all scam artists, and if you think that all rich people are assholes, he's like, you will never become rich. Never. Because in your mind, you think it's bad to get money, right? So the same thing applies. So he's basically saying that you need to actually like money. You need to like rich people. You need to learn from rich people, and then you will become rich because you are going in that direction. So the same thing happens for guys when it comes to women. A lot of guys say, yo, why is it so hard to fucking get girls? Why is it so hard to have sex with all these chicks? How come, this chick's giving me the runaround? You know why? Because you still think it's fucked up for a woman to fuck a lot of dudes. Why do you think it's easy for me to get a bunch of chicks and a bunch of sex? Because I actually accept the fact that you want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? So when I'm dealing with you, there's no block in my mind. See, the block that comes in a guy's mind is he'll be with a girl. This is what dudes say. They'll be like, oh, I went on a date with this girl and, she fucked me or she tried to fuck me. So she must do that to every other guy and she's a hoe, right? So, and she's wrong. So now, how do you expect to get more women when every time you're trying to be sexual with them, you're giving off the energy that they're wrong for trying to be sexual with you? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So one of the key reasons why I'm able to get sex easily and to make it happen easily with women is because I accept that women like to fuck. In my mind, women want to fuck. So therefore, when I interact with the woman, I'm like, yo, this girl wants to fuck me. So therefore, I'm going to act in ways that's going to get her to want to fuck me because I already believe she does. I really believe that's how she is. I already believe she's a sexual person. You see what I'm saying? But if you believe that it's wrong for her to be sexual, you're going to get less sex. Just like with that guy who was doing the seminar, you're not going to become rich if you think there's something wrong with being rich. You're not going to fuck if you think there's something wrong with chicks fucking. You see what I'm saying? They don't get it.
I tell my friend all the time, I was like, yo, I really wish every man's wife or girlfriend or girl he's trying to look at would just stand up and be completely honest and keep it 100%. A lot of dudes would just be in a mental hell.
That's what, bruh, listen, I'm telling you, when I date chicks, I ask them all that information. This is, because I'm not just talking out my ass. This is shit that women have told me. I said, listen, let me know what's going on. I'm interested. Like, I'm sitting there with writing notes like, oh shit, y'all chicks be going in. Y'all chicks be going in. So I learned from that, and then I also learned from my experience of how chicks deal with me. You understand? Because there's situations where I'm with a chick and I'm just like, yo, like, this chick is nasty as fuck. Like, this chick let me do this to her already, right now? Like, word? You understand what I'm saying? So it dropped my illusions. You understand? Because you meet a chick. Look, I remember I was on a date with this girl one time. I could have bet my life out, like, this chick ain't like me. I would have bet my life that I was never, ever going to have sex with this girl. Bruh, I was in a spot with this chick. We was drinking. I'm trying to fucking flirt with her a little. She's being really, like, quiet and really reserved. I'm trying to touch her hand. She's pulling her hand away a little bit. So then when we left, we was walking out, and I'm thinking I'm going to just drop this girl at the train station and call it a day. Nigga, we was walking to the train station. She said, so, do you want to come back to my place? So I was like, what? I was like, all right, cool. So we get on the train. We go back to her place, right? And again, even on the train, she's still reserved. She's still talking all proper. She's just being very whatever. Nigga, soon as we got into her apartment, soon as we got into the door, we get into the door, she closes the door. I still got my jacket on. I'm about to take my jacket off. This chick is already unbuckling my fucking pants, and she just starts going to work. You feel what I'm saying? Literally, as soon as we get into the door. And I'm just like, God damn, because from the outside, this chick looked like, the good girl. You feel what I'm saying? and then all of a sudden she's just like all up on it. You feel what I mean?
I feel so bad for a lot of women because they want to be free, they want to be open,
exactly,
but they have to deal with, unfortunately, like I said, 3%. That means 97% of these dudes are just on that beta male insecure simp shit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and that's what and this is why I want guys to understand. You just have to understand. First of all, you got to reprogram your mind to not look at the shit as something wrong. That's the part, because a lot of guys, unfortunately, this is how a lot of guys think. They think, well, women don't like sex, so I got to convince her to fuck with me. So if she does fuck me, that means that my game was so good, that's why she did it with me. You feel what I'm saying? It's an ego thing, and it's a guy. It's guys not understanding shit.
My friend I argued with this morning. He told me, guy or girl, no person should be having more than 50 bodies.
He said no person should be having more than what?
50 bodies. He said that's outlandish.
Oh my goodness. Dudes on see, look, and this is the thing. A person can have 50 people they fucked with, 5 people, 500 or whatever the fuck. The thing is this, is that there's no number or set thing that is right or wrong. This is what people gotta understand. But what I'm saying is that it's naive for people to believe that women, you understand? Because think about it this way. Again, how many times is a woman getting approached, hollered at, DM'd, messaged for dick? How many times? You understand? This is what I was gonna say before. Dudes be talking about chicks have a high body count. I'll go as far as to say 99% of women have a fucking low body count. Why? Because if one dude a day has been hollering at a chick for 10 years, that's 3,650 guys. So you trying to tell me if a chick fucked 50 guys out of 3,650 guys, that's high? Nigga, if I had 3,650 chicks trying to fuck me, nigga, I'd at least had 1,500 of them motherfuckers I smashed. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's another thing I wanted to point out is the hypocrisy. Because if dudes have it like that, they would be fucking everything.
Right. And see chicks are actually more selective, because if you think about it, if a chick has over 3,000 niggas trying to fuck her in a 10-year span and she only fucked 50, that's selective as fuck. You understand what I'm saying? And what guys don't understand is chicks usually like to fuck the same guys more often, meaning that if you fuck a girl and you fuck her good, she's more likely to call you again to fuck you versus meeting a new guy to fuck. Not because she don't want to fuck the new guy, but because she don't know if the new guy's dick is going to be good. But she knows your dick is good, which is why she'll fuck you more. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But dudes don't understand that shit. So it's funny how dudes are running away from the thing that could make them want her in the way that they wanted her in the first place. Because if you like, damn, well, I want this chick to just be fucking me a lot more. Yeah, she'll fuck you a lot more. She's gonna fuck another guy a lot more too. But she's not fucking every dude, because every dude can't fuck her like that. You feel what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. So I'm like, it's funny, dudes talking about, oh, these chicks have a high body count. I'm like, bruh, do you not realize, because this is part of the game dudes don't understand, and people don't understand in general, you have to look at everything from a bird's eye view. If you look at everything from a bird's eye view, then shit will make more sense to you. How do you expect the chick to have 1 or 2 sex partners in her entire life, and the chick is 32 years old, and she's been getting dudes hollering at her since she was 18, so she probably had 15,000 dudes trying to get at her, and you trying to say 2 out of those 15,000 fucked her, and she hasn't been in hardly a long-term relationship? How does that work? How? And she's a sexual being. How is she not supposed to fuck for years? For what? What sense does that make? It's crazy. And then it's the funny part. Dudes gotta understand this. For a chick to have a low body count, in most cases, one of the characteristics is that she has a low sex drive. And I talked about this before. If she has a low sex drive, guess what that means? If that's your wife and you're monogamous with her, guess what that means? You're not going to be having a lot of sex. You see what I'm saying? Because she has a low sex drive. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, bro, it's either or. Either you want to fuck these girls, and you got to accept that they fucking, or you want the chick to not be fucking, but also that affects how you're going to be fucking. See, what dudes want is they want to be able to fuck as many chicks they want, and then when they're ready to find a virgin. Like, what? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, what is that? But if every guy's doing that, if every guy's doing that, where's the girls with the low body count? If every guy's trying to fuck every girl, where's the low body count? You see, it's just simple logic. It's crazy. That's the part I don't get.
Tell me they want to fuck 90, 100, 200 chicks, and then they want a good girl. They want a good girl who hasn't slept with more than 5 dudes.
Exactly. I'm like, how does that work? It's mathematically impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Because the problem is, I tell them, dudes don't look at it from a female standpoint. Like, going back to the 50 bodies analogy that you use, 50 bodies is a lot to the average dude because we don't get it like that. We have to put in the work and all that.
Exactly.
50 bodies to a woman is not a lot. Even 100's not a lot if you want to do that.
Right.
Even 100, that's still not a lot.
Because every day a dude is trying to stick their dick in a chick. Bro, I remember I talked about this before. I went to this bar. It's like a bar rooftop thing with this chick I went out with one time, and the chick was bad. You know, most dudes would probably give her like a 9 or a 10. Like, she was fucking bad, ridiculous, and she was so bad to the point, and I talked about this before, where I'm with her. And dudes just couldn't stop staring. You understand? Dudes was buying me and her drinks, both, just so they could get a chance to be in the same fucking space as us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So imagine her, and this is the funny part, when we was dating, when we was going out or whatever, I told her, you know, let me see, you know, I was like, let me see your Bumble and your Tinder and all this other shit, right? The night she was out with me, she had 17 other dudes that was trying to see her that night. 17, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I'm like, bro, she got 17 niggas that's just the dudes that's trying to see her that night. You understand? That's not even including Tinder or OkCupid or none of that. That's not including all the dudes that's trying to holler at her in the street. That's not including all the dudes that's trying to holler at her at the bar while I'm with her. You feel what I'm saying? So out of all those dudes, right? You trying to tell me, and that's happening to her on a consistent basis daily for years. You're trying to tell me 50 is a lot? 50, like what? Come on, bro. This is what.
And like I said, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to leave it at this. I'm gonna ask you one last question, and I'm gonna be off. What do you do? How do you relate? Like, we've been on 30 minutes now. How do we relay this message to these dudes who just don't get it, who are so stuck in their ways? How do you relay this message, man? Like,
well, the thing is this: it's like the old saying, "When the student is ready, the teacher will appear." Man, that's all it is, bro. Because unfortunately, some cats are not ready, and they're still caught in their ego, and they want to believe in you know, Disneyland shit. You feel what I'm saying? Unfortunately,
don't even worry about it.
Right. Unfortunately, and what usually happens? It's like this. It's like this dude I listened to, Alan Watts. He was saying that you can't you know, get people to you can't get people out of their illusion. So what you need to do is, so he said, if a person is talking about the earth is flat, you can't convince them out of that illusion that the earth is flat. What you would need to do is you would need to walk in a straight line with that person until you end up in the same spot you first began. You understand what I'm saying? They just need to see it. It takes for them to see it, for them to understand. And most dudes, it's like they don't want to have to wake up to this, because this is the thing. It's hard for them. This is what you understand. This is hard for a lot of guys to understand, which is why they don't want to deal with it. Trust me, this is not easy. Waking up is not easy.
You feel like it's an acceptance issue too, as well.
Right. It's not easy because understand, what we're talking about is something different than what a lot of men have been taught and thought about or believed their entire lives. You understand what I'm saying? Which is why there's some pushback to it sometimes, because it's hard to bring new information to people. Like truthfully, what we're doing right now is dangerous. I'm just letting you know right now, it's fucking dangerous. You see what I'm saying? Because it's important for guys to know. You understand? Because again,
I get it. Like,
right.
It's so simple for me, and I'm 25. Like,
right.
You got a lot of supporters who are much older than me.
Right.
Who been in the game longer than me. They don't understand this shit. I'm like, what's there not to understand? What are you saying?
I'm telling you, they don't. And what's gonna happen is, at some point, this is how like when they say guys learn about the red pill or they have red pill rage and all that other shit. It's like dudes need to get to that point where it's like, oh shit, like they're gonna be with a chick, and they're gonna find out some shit. And it's gonna break their heart, and they need to get their heart broken in order for them to realize. You feel what I'm saying? And then they'll probably see. But until that, because what's gonna happen is, one day they're gonna be going through a situation. They're gonna remember shit like this, like us talking about this, and be like, damn, those motherfuckers is right. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I've been through it. I tried to resist it too. But then I was like, shit, this is, it is what it is, man. It's too much damn, evidence, not only through my own specific experience, but also shit chicks volunteer to tell me, and also things that I've seen from other guys dealing with women. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
So just get the popcorn and watch the movie unfold.
Exactly. That's what it is, bro. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, my dude. I'm holler at you, man.
I'm gonna holler at you, man. Nice talking, man.
Peace. Later. Man, that's real shit, man. I'm trying to tell you, cats. I'm trying to tell you, cats, bro. It's crazy. Man. Wallaboro was popping. So what are some of the one-night stand spots? You got to go to Meatpacking District and go to LeBain. Hold on, somebody's trying to call in. Why is this shit not going? Hold on. Let me try to get this. Oh, why is this shit doing this? Okay, let me try to... Fuck, hold on. You have to call back, bro. This shit's acting real janky. My bad. I'm trying to make it happen, but it should be acting janky sometimes. Let me put the caller number again. I apologize if some of the calls ain't coming through. It's acting kind of weird today, but we're going to make it happen. Let me try to get this one.
Call from
Jake.
All right, let's see.
To accept.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Locario, how's it going?
Oh, damn. What's up? Wait, hold on. What's up with your phone? You sound like you in a hallway. It's like an echo. What's that about?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay, I'm better. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Locario, how's it going? It's Jake.
What's going on, bro?
Not much. Just, I'm very busy. I'm a resident surgeon, so things, I'm on call. Crazy schedule. Mm-hmm. But listening to the show, and, really appreciate what you do. It's really... That's what's up. I really... a lot of the stuff you say is true, and I definitely agree with that. Because I've known some Indian girls when I was in college. They would say they got the strict parents, but when they go away to college, the stuff my friends would tell me, it would blow some of these dudes' minds if they know about it. Like, I would hear it. So I don't. But I've been having some sticking points myself, and I just want to know, what do you think about this situation? Okay. So what happens is, I'm still working on my game. I'm going to try to get myself out there, but being that I'm on call, I can only get out so much. I'm very busy, right? Right. So I get some of these dates from Tinder and Bumble. I mean, some of them do flake, just like you said, it's some of your podcasts. But one of the issues I'm having is these chicks would hit me up. They would be like, all right, let's... They would literally confirm that we're going on the date. And then when I get on the date, I'm the kind of guy, I'm not afraid to touch them into, not like, in that kind of way, but like I'll hold their hand, I'll do the shoulder, touch the arm. And then when I do it, like, how you said they pulled away when you were trying to flirt with that girl?
you were telling the other dude in the last call, I get a lot of that. Like, I'm the kind of guy I would try to touch him in the first 5 minutes. I hug him, you know, I do all of that, and seeing, you know, I go for the kiss, I get the cheek. And I asked some of them, I said, you know, and they ghosted me. And I try to get feedback to know what I could do better, right? And some of them said I was too touchy-feely. So I'm just wondering, like, what do you think about that situation? What can I do to avoid getting that response? I see some dudes, they have the hand on the girl's leg, and it's popping. With me, on the other hand, they tend to recoil, they pull back, and then the dynamics of the date changes. And then they get very closed off, and, like, I'll talk to them, I'll crack jokes. Maybe I crack too many jokes. But, and then I reached out to a couple, and a few that wrote me back, they're like, you know, you seem really nice, you seem cool, and it was great to talk, but there's no spark, no chemistry.
Right. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, my dude, French in the chat said it perfectly. Is that these chicks just wasn't feeling you? That's all it is.
What's that?
I said these particular girls, they just wasn't feeling you. Because I've been through that shit too. There's sometimes where I'm with a chick, I'm getting all touchy feely, we doing all that, and then they'll be like backing away, or you know, I try to kiss them and shit, and they'll be on some, oh, I don't do that, and I'm not. That's just they not really feeling you. You understand what I'm saying? Because the girls who really feeling you, they'll be fine with all that shit. You know what I want you to do? You have Netflix? You have Netflix?
No, I'm gonna look into that. I'll try to get that.
Yeah, so there's a show.
Get some money. Yeah.
There's a show on Netflix called Dating Around.
Dating Around.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you gotta watch the last episode. You gotta watch the last episode. There's a girl. She's dating. In the show. They show her, you know, her dating these 5 guys or whatever. And so in the last episode, this is exactly what was happening. What you're talking about. In the last episode, there was this one guy who was doing all these sexual innuendo jokes or whatever. And then she acted like he was being too sexual. She was like, oh, you know, this is inappropriate. And then she sort of like left him alone. You understand what I'm saying? Then there was
like ghost you and shit.
Right. Then there was another guy who she was on a date with, and she was ready to fuck that guy that night. You understand what I'm saying? And she was talking all this sex shit or whatever. So it was like she was 2 different people based off the guy she's dealing with. So all you need to do is you need to understand that what you're doing is correct. You just need to find the chicks who are going to respond to that in the way they need to. That's all it really is.
But this is what's confusing me, because on the phone they're laughing. Like if there was this thing like phone dating, I'd be king of it. Not to toot my own horn. I can get them talking for hours and.
Wait, hold on. So you let's stop right there. Stop right there. Hold on. You said you get them on the phone and you get them talking for hours?
I could. That's what a couple of times. I don't do that all the time. But what the point I'm trying to make is that on the phone, the conversation flows so much easier. And it's
wait, how long?
Effortless. But then when I get them in person, the dynamic changes.
No. Wait, but this is what I'm saying. When you're on the phone with them, right?
Yeah.
How long, on average, would you talk to the chick on the phone?
Usually about 5 minutes. A couple times it's been 10 to 20, but I've been slowing that down now. I've been keeping it more to 5 minutes. And
what are you talking about on the phone with them?
Usually I'll crack a joke. These are mostly girls from Tinder and Bumble because I'm a very busy guy. So in Coffee Meets Bagel, these are like the dating apps. So I'll crack a joke about their profile. I'll tease them. Like if it's a nurse, I'll be like, "Oh, I hope you're not getting beat up by any Percocet-seeking patients." And if I got and they like giggle, they crack up, and you know that gets them laughing, it gets the interaction going, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, it's going good, and then they usually are interested in meeting up. That's what's really baffling to me. But then when I get them in person, and they get very closed off and defensive if I try to do anything.
I'm gonna tell you exactly why. I'm about to solve your problem right now.
Please enlighten me.
Look, bro, this is what you're doing. Man, this is very important for you guys to understand. This is why I tell you guys.
And look, for guys who are saying that it's money, I'm a resident surgeon. Look, I'm still building my life. I'm not there yet.
Right.
But I don't think I'm hideous. I'll send you like my pictures and everything.
Right.
Later.
No, that's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with that.
Like,
it has nothing to do with that.
I can't.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, because I'm glad you added this bit of information. What's happening is that because you're talking to them on the phone, right? And because you're showing them this attention and all this other stuff, what happens is that you're creating a situation where you're giving off boyfriendy vibes. You understand what I'm saying? And so what happens is that because you're giving off those boyfriendy vibes, when you when you're on the date with them, they're thinking, well, why are you trying to just fuck me now? I thought like you were, you understand? I thought you were like want to get to know me and do more than that and all. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's what I'll say. They don't kiss on the first date.
Right, exactly. Because the reason why they're doing that again, and this goes to what we were talking about earlier about chicks and number counts and all this other stuff, right? Is that and shout out to K Zag and say your game is inconsistent, right? So the thing is this: when a girl looks at you as boyfriendy type of thing, what's going to happen is because women believe that if they are extremely sexual with a guy, right, quickly, that he may not take her seriously as a girlfriend, right? So, but the reason why she's looking at you as someone who could be a potential boyfriend is because you're calling them up and spending time with them on the phone and acting like you care and giving them all this energy and all. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is what I suggest you do from now on, right? Set up the date with the girl. Don't call her at all. And the only thing you need to do to call her is to confirm the date. That's it. You understand? So don't call her at all.
Keep it to like a minute or so tops, right?
No, you don't even gotta call her. You can just text her or whatever. Just you see what I'm saying? So let's say you on Tinder. You can set the date on Tinder, right? And be like, hey, meet me at the Main Street Bar, 9:00 on Saturday. And she's like, all right, cool. And let's say this is Wednesday. You're talking to her. She's like, cool, sounds good. And then you say, here's my number. My number is this. If you need it, hit me up. Let me know or send me your number, whatever, right? Now on Saturday morning, you text her and say, hey, are we still on for 9:00? Or are we still on for 9:00? Whatever, right? She'll say, yeah, we're still on. Now, when you go to the date, you can do all that touchy-feely shit, blah, blah, blah. You're going to get usually a better response. Why? Because she doesn't know how you are yet. So all she's going to assume is, oh, I guess he just wants sex. So he's cute. He seems cool. All right, I'll fuck him. You understand what I'm saying?
Really? Wow.
But,
I never thought of it that way.
Right, but the reason why they're not fucking you now is because you're spending time on the phone with them, giving them a vibe that you may be the type of guy that could be her boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta...
they do talk about that, that, they're not gonna... Yeah.
Right, because remember...
One time...
Go ahead. Go ahead, what you saying?
No, sorry, go on, finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying that you gotta remember that women... They're going to put guys in different categories. They're going to put the guy in, oh, I'll just fuck him because he's an alpha male. He just seems like fuck buddy material. He just seems like the type of guy who just wants to, like, get it in. Or he seems like the guy I could actually make my boyfriend and maybe we'll have something. So now they're not going to fuck that up by fucking you on the first date. And they're going to, you see what I'm saying? But if you came to the date and they had no idea what your intentions were and you come to the date being that alpha male who's sexual, she's gonna think, oh, he's not boyfriend material. I'll fuck him though, because he's trying to fuck. That you see what I'm saying?
I mean, it can't hurt to definitely try a new perspective because definition of insanity, right?
Right,
but
exactly.
I think what you're getting at is maybe it's killing the mystery. Is that what?
Right. Well, it's killing the mystery, but also too, it's giving you a situation where she's interacting with you as that guy, as that alpha male sexual guy. You understand what I'm saying? Because the alpha male sexual guy is not on the phone all day talking to the girl unless he's talking sexual shit to her. You understand what I'm saying? And that's a whole other thing. Like, you could talk some sexual shit to her if you wanted to, but I
I've
usually...
done that on the phone too, but I've never met up. I think, like, maybe it's the mystery thing again. I've had a girl from Connecticut that, after pulling teeth, she was going to come down and get on the Amtrak, come to my place for a weekend, but she was in college. That's another story for another day.
Right.
But right now, I kind of see what you're saying is to maybe give them less is more.
Yes, exactly. So what I would suggest for you to do is, for now on, set up the dates. No phone conversations. If she ends up texting you or calling you, you can you can respond to her. But
and these are cougars, Locario. Most of them, because I'm 36.
Right.
And I get some, but the college is another story. But I get like 30s, 40s. But yeah, go on.
No, and I was saying that what you want to do is that if they call you, you can respond to them one time but then cut it short. So if she's like, "Hey, how's your day going?" "Oh, my day is fine. How's yours?" "Oh, my day is good. I'm doing this." "Well, sounds good. Listen, looking forward to seeing you Saturday. I got to run and do some shit. I'll see you later." And that's it. Just cut them off. Because what the thing is, when you first meet them, right, you want them to have the idea of you as that sexual guy, because you're putting forth that sexual energy in person with them there. If you call them on the phone and you talk to them and you have all these discussions and all this other stuff, she's going to have an idea in her head like, "Oh, this guy seems really cool. He doesn't seem like the last 3 dudes I just fucked on the first date or the second date or whatever. He seems more like a boyfriend. So you know what? I'm going to put on that role that I'm the good girl, so he'll think I'm the good girl, and then he will take me seriously as a girlfriend." And this is why they're so resistant to you when you're trying to be all touchy-feely, because they're like, "Wait a second, I thought you were like a different dude. I didn't, so that's why they're trying to keep that up." You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
I know you always talk about building the sexual tension, and maybe that's something I'm going to work on more.
Right, but see the sexual tension is going to be killed if you call them beforehand. You understand what I'm saying?
Really?
And you got to understand something. It's like this. It's like, okay, let's say for example, right? Let's say for example, I wanted to bully somebody, right? Let's say I'm in high school, I want to bully this kid, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's say before I bullied him, like he caught me sort of getting punked out by a few people, right? And then when I come to the school the next day and try to bully him, do you think he's going to take me seriously as a bully? You think he's going to...
You'll probably bully him right back.
Right, exactly. You probably be like, "Man, fuck you. I ain't scared of you," right? Because you saw that I was a pussy. You see what I'm saying? So that's funny. Right, so... if you talking to these girls on the phone and y'all going back and forth and y'all having this discussion, in her mind, she's like, "Oh, he's boyfriend material. He's like a boyfriendy type of guy." So when you come to the date trying to be all sexual, she's like, "Wait a second, this isn't you. You're the nice, cool guy that I was going to get to know. What are you doing?" You see what I'm saying? And so even if she wants to fuck you, she feels she shouldn't, because she's going to say, "Well, if I fuck him, he's going to think I'm a hoe, and he's the type of guy who may not want to make me his girlfriend if he thinks I'm a hoe." You see what I'm saying? But
even if you like kind of hint that or tell them indirectly or even directly, like they still would feel that way likely, or
you saying if you tell them like
would it be like, "You know what? I don't judge you," because I said I'm not afraid to express what's on my mind, and I'll tell them like it is.
Right, but this is what I'm saying though. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying though. If you spent time on the phone with them, right, that indicates that you are the type of guy who is going down boyfriend material lane, because only a boyfriend would spend time on the phone with the girl. Do you see what I'm saying?
Wow.
If I talk to that same girl that you were talking to and I seen her on Tinder and I was like, "Yo, listen, when you free, meet me here," and I'll talk to that girl a whole fucking week. You understand?
Yeah.
And then I meet her on the day-to-day, and I'm talking to her, and I'm interacting with her, I'm getting all touchy-feely, I'm getting real sexual. Because I haven't talked, because my actions showed that all I'm trying to do is this, she already has in her mind, this is most likely the type of guy I'm dealing with, which is the fucking sexual dude who just wants to fuck me. He's not really, he don't care what I'm about. Why? Because he's not calling me. He's not having a conversation on the phone with me. He's just meeting up with me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because even when I'm on Tinder, what I'll do is I'll get straight to the point. And a chick will be like,
really?
Yeah,
I was thinking about that because I have that problem. Like, I'll get them on and it'll look like they're laughing, it's going good, and then they just kind of, fizzle out, or they disappear.
So I'll get to the point, and this is the thing. I'll get to the point as far as setting something up. Like, usually I won't, like, get to the point about sex necessarily because I'm still trying to feel her out. I'll just be like, yo, first message is basically, when are you free? Let's get together. When are you free? Let me know when you're free, right? And so there was this one girl who said to me, I remember she responded, and she said, oh, I can tell you don't like talking on the phone. That's the first thing she responded to me and said. So she already knew. Yeah. She was like, oh, he's this type of guy. You feel what I'm saying? And so I said, yeah.
Did she challenge you on it, or what happened?
So when she said that, I was like, yeah, you're right. So I was like, listen, when are you free so we can get together? And she was like, oh, I'm free this day. And I was like, well, I ain't free that day. How about this day? She was like, okay, cool, that day. And then we just met up, and then I smashed. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's it. But that's because I'm only giving her the sort of energy that, like, it's almost like this. You have to have women look at you the same way you would sort of look at a chick who you think is like a slut. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you're dealing with a slut, you're like, you're thinking, oh, I'm just trying to fuck her. Yeah, she's a whore. She's fucking everybody, whatever. If you look at her in that lens, you're not expecting anything else from her but sex. This is the same way you got to look at it when it comes to women. You have to give off the vibe that she shouldn't really expect anything but sex from you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like, you know when they say fuck boys or, whatever, like, oh, he's just, you got to come off like that.
About in their profile and everything, yeah.
Right, you got to come off like that. Like, yo, I'm just trying to have a good time. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to hook up with you and whatever. You see what I mean? So that it needs to lean more to that than more to boyfriendy. And every time you call her and spend time with her on the phone and do all this other extra shit, that's more boyfriendy type of shit. You understand? Now, there is a difference where, let's say if you wanted a chick to come straight to your house, you would do something like FaceTime her first, so you can spend a few minutes on FaceTime, and that would be sort of like the date, and be like, yo, you seem cool, like, come through tomorrow or whatever, or come through tonight. You see what I mean?
I would be like, yo, I got this amazing dish that I make, and when I tell them, it piques their curiosity, because, they love men that can cook.
Right.
So, I mean, it doesn't always work, but if they're sort of into you, like you said, or feeling you, then that could be the plausible deniability they need to come through.
Right, and also, and again, this is what I'm saying. You gotta cut down on spending too much time giving them attention, because the more attention you give them before you meet up and all of that is the more they're looking at you as boyfriendy type of energy, boyfriendy type of person. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I be telling cats, yo, just set the fucking date and see her on, and confirm the date, see her on the date. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's literally it.
I had these two situations. I just want to know what you think about them quickly. So couple years back, about back in 2010-ish or so, 9 around then, I went on a date with this girl I met from speed dating, and New York Easy Date. So we went on a date. I took her to this lounge down in the Village, and we tried it. First we went salsa dancing, and then it was crazy. The instructor was like being a little more friendlier toward me, because once you're with women, it attracts more in social proof, right? So then the girl I was with, she said, you got to step your game up. So it looked like they were going to have a throwdown or something. It wasn't like violence or anything. But then I take her to the spot. We go to the lounge. We chat a little bit. And, I'm on the couch leaning back with her. And I think, okay, so we did all that. We've been, we did that. We went to another spot. I tried to go in for it, right? Going for the kiss. And, first time failed. So I waited, made some jokes, cracked up. Second time, same thing. And then she's like, you're so clingy. That's what she said. Then what I did was I laid back. I just had my arm on the couch, and I just kind of leaned back talking to her. And she said, you look so attractive. And she leaned in and kissed me. So then I see all these situations where some of these guys don't do shit, and the girl is like all over them. And then there's other situations where they said you gotta make the moves and whatnot. So is that interest level? How do I get that more often? Because I had another situation where I had this girl we made out. She was a couple years older than me. She was an RN, a nurse. We made out. First time we met up, schedules was a little busy, so it took us a while to meet up the second time. And then second time, I said, I had this really great dish I'll make for you. She came. She drove from Jersey, got a fender bender, still came up, despite her car getting a little wrecked. And the plan was to get her to spend the night. So, we come. I had the white wine. I break that out. We're talking, making out. And when I tried to progress it further, I pushed it and get it going. She started to fold. She leaned forward, and closed her arms off. So from that point on, she had 2 drinks already. So, I had a drink, she had 2. So, I didn't want to push it. And, she just wanted to fall asleep, and she bounced after she sobered up and got up at 2 in the morning. And that was the end of that. So I just want to know what you think about these kind of situations. That, what could I have done? What you recommend in the future doing better to minimize the possibilities of that happening?
Right. So the thing is this, man. You gotta understand. Sometimes when you're dealing with certain chicks, right?
And she has a kid, by the way, too. That's 3, but
oh my goodness,
just an aside.
Right. But this is the thing. So look, with certain girls, right? What's going to happen is that they are going to see as how far they can take it with you. You feel what I'm saying? Without having to do anything sexual. So they want to see how much attention they can get from you without having to invest in any, to do anything sexual. You see what I mean? And so sometimes what happens is that, you got to understand the interest level between you with the girls you're dealing with. Because like you said, the first girl you talking about where you was trying to kiss her and she talking about you needy, and then after that she kissed you and all this other stuff. That's a girl who's
back and didn't do a shit.
Right. That's sort of the girl who has a, medium interest level in you. You feel what I'm saying? Then the other girl, you understand what I'm saying? She seemed like 1 minute she's with it, the next minute she's not. 1 minute she's with it, the next minute she's not. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes what happens is with those girls is that they'll see how much they can, get away with without having to be sexual with you. Or what happens is they're thinking about doing it, but at a certain point their minds change, because that also happens too. You feel what I'm saying? So that can also be a situation.
So I mean, I know you can't always avoid that, but what would you do better in that next time?
I mean, one, I would tell a chick, hey, listen, this is what I want to do when you come over. So tell her you trying to have sex with her when she comes over.
You literally verbalize.
Yes, verbalize that shit. So you can see her reaction when you say that. You know what I'm saying? Because that can increase your chances of making it happen, because you're just letting her know this is why I want to do it. This is what I want to do. And if she comes through, that's her basically saying okay, yeah, I'm trying to make it happen. Then also too, if you see she doesn't make it happen, that's easier for you to charge it to the game, because you already told her what you're trying to do. You feel what I mean? And so that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let me get a few more of these calls before
I'm gonna let you go.
Get up out of here.
One quick question, then I'll let you go.
Oh, now you gave me 80 million questions, bro. You got to get on that fucking 30-minute game session, bro.
You gotta go. Last question, and then
you gotta get on that 30-minute game session, bro.
I don't. Yeah, I will.
You gotta get on the 30-minute game session, bro. This dude, you see, this dude trying to get on. I'm like, bro, you gotta get on a 30-minute game session, man. Come on. I gave this dude 20 minutes already. Jesus. Y'all motherfuckers. See, that's why you be having problems with the girls. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away. All that shit, man. Damn. You say he's a surgeon, he could afford it? Exactly. You got to go to that 30-minute game session, bro. Because I'm not even giving you the deep shit that you need to know. I'm just touching the surface. Man. Yeah, crazy. Shit. See, it's already 5:14 up in this motherfucker. I'm supposed to be off by 5:30. I might go till 6 today. I might go till 6. So I get a few more calls. Hold on, let me get a call-in number. Oh man, y'all do this funny. Y'all gonna have to pay for this game, bro. You can't be. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, let me get one more call. I'm like, bruh, one more question. That's funny. All right, let me see who this is. Yo, I swear this fucking shit be acting stupid. Well, let me see if I can do this.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail. Okay. I've sent the caller's voicemail. Goodbye.
Fuck, this shit is fucking up. Hold on. God damn. Let me see if I can get a speaker. Yo.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Locario? How's it going, man?
What's poppin'? I got you on my speakerphone on my fucking shit. Can you guys hear him?
Can they hear me?
All right, cool. I think they can hear you. What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. This is Robert from Rockford, Illinois. I spoke to you a couple of times, man. I even applied to your Bad Boys membership. I don't follow you. You probably don't know me. You probably should know me by now.
All right, that's what's up, bro.
That's cool.
So what's good? What's good?
Yeah, I just got your, just wanted your opinion on the situation I kind of got going on, though. You know, like I said, I followed you for like 2-3 years now. I had to be honest with myself, step up my game a few times. I learned a lot of shit. This shit definitely takes work, and it's definitely a eye-opener for the way women act. I still don't get how they ask respond, but shit you do, I mean, the way game, or at least from what I've learned from you and stepping up to this point, you know, the way they respond. I'm not going to question it. So.
Right.
Right. It is what it is. The thing is, like, I got a date tomorrow, though, and, like, I've never dated a girl this hot before. That's the thing, though. Like, because I've been setting up. I mean, I've been going out on a few dates and stepping my shit up because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I came to you after a breakup I had a year ago. And, like, that shit fucked me up. So I said, fuck, I got to do something about this shit. So,
right.
You know, going out a lot, you know, following your videos a lot, applying to the Bad Boys membership, this shit definitely opened my eyes to some shit. You know, definitely went out on a few dates. This girl, I haven't spoke to her in 4 days, though, you know, because one thing I learned from you is set up the damn date and get off the phone. That's it.
Right.
You know, she called me one time, asked me how I was doing. I was like, you know, I'm good, you know, but, you know, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, you know, I got to run. And she was like, all right. So, but the thing is, like, I never took out a girl this fine before, though. She a fucking nurse, and she an Instagram model and shit. So dudes be coming, even while my ass is right there.
See, well, this the thing, man. You got to get all that fine shit out your head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look. You gotta treat her like any other chick you would go out with, because right now you already got you're putting her on a pedestal already. You know what I'm saying?
Put her on a pedestal?
You're already putting her on a pedestal, and which you shouldn't. And that right there is gonna fuck up the situation. You see what I'm saying? So
get off the pedestal.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, stop even thinking about her as like the finest girl you ever been with. Don't even think about her like that. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I never felt one this hot before. So I'm just keeping it.
Nah, I feel you, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, this is what I want you to do. When you on a date with her, I want you to look at her and talk to her and question her and try to find out shit about her to see if you like the shit she's saying. So what I mean is, when you get on a date with her and you're talking to her, you're asking her questions, or you talking about certain things, I want you to pay attention to her personality. Like, make the personality the forefront of the situation. You see what I mean?
Oh, so it's like getting to know how she is and shit.
Right. So basically, for example, what type of girls do you like as far as their personality is concerned?
Well, personality, you know, I like a girl who's ambitious, ambitious as I am and shit. She definitely got. I wouldn't necessarily say independent, but you know, because you know, I'm not gonna say independent to the point where she got to hold her own, because you know, guys don't, because
guys and girls, they gotta play their natural essence. But I do like a girl that's like that can hold her own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It seems like most girls these days, like they just want a dude and just like I need a fucking dude for some shit. Like, no, I don't like that shit. A girl that can hold her own, that shit be like, yeah, but that's the one I like to see like long term or some shit.
Right, and see, and this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. What I want you to do is that you want to figure out what you like about chicks, period, or what you like, what you want in a chick, period, or the type of chicks you like, whatever. And so, with that, when you're talking to her, right, you want to see if she match up with what you like, because what that's going to do is going to get you off of focusing on her just looking good. You understand what I'm saying? Or her just being hot. You see what I mean? Which, in turn, is going to make her more attracted to you because, one, you're saying and talking about things that's about getting to know her, but also you're qualifying her. You're seeing if she's the type of chick you actually want. Because you want to be, this is what you want to do. You always want to be in, I'm still evaluating you mode when you're on dates with chicks. You understand what I'm saying? It shouldn't be, damn, I'm feeling you like crazy. Oh my God. You don't want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? You want to be in, I'm still thinking about if I like you mode. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, well, I guess the thing with that, Mr. Locario, is when I've been on a few dates, I mean, like I said, I met some hot girls. You know, never been one this fine before. But it seems like girls this hot, when they come across dudes that feel like that's evaluating them, their response is, motherfucker, dudes come at me all the time. I can just get your ass right here and find the next dude. You know, I mean,
see that's the thing. You're talking about girls who are this fine think this. That's not what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's your perception of what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Because a chick being hot, see, this is what guys gotta understand. There's certain things that a chick who is quote unquote like that, you know, that looks hot is gonna go through, but then there's other shit that she's not gonna go through. Or she's not going to understand. And the part that she's not going to understand or not really, be able to relate to, I guess I should say, is dealing with you. Because you, within yourself, you're already a unique situation, right? But you're only going to be a unique situation if you create the situation to where you're not making it all about her, which most guys are doing, which sounds like you're doing right now. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. So you want to get out that mind frame and this is what I'm saying. You want to evaluate her because the thing is, this is the thing. Most guys, 90% of guys that she probably fucks with are not evaluating her. They're just like, oh my God, I'm so honored and so happy to even be with you, period. So that's what she's used to. She's probably not used to dealing with dudes who actually require more from her. You understand? Which is going to be different, which is going to make, you see what I'm saying? So you want to separate yourself from the guys. Right now, you're sounding like the other dudes, because I'm sure there's other guys that she was going to go out with who are probably thinking the same thing you're thinking. Like, damn, this is the baddest chick I've ever been out with. You see what I'm saying? And then bringing that energy to the situation, which doesn't differentiate you. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, I'm telling you, don't go into this situation all smiling and cheesing all day. You feel what I'm saying? Go into the situation evaluating.
Well, I mean, like I said, when stepping on my game, I've been on a few dates. I hooked up with some. Shit, thank you. I got laid twice in a week. That shit never happened to me before. But
right. That's what's up.
That shit. But when I went out on these dates, game-wise, experience-wise, the most thing, you said don't put on a pedestal. The one thing that got me successful with these last few dates and last few weeks is, I was direct, got straight to the fucking point. Some confident as fuck. Like, bitch, as far as I'm concerned, I'm fucking Black Ryan Gosling. As far as you concerned, I'm the man. Some shit. Right. And I'll let them know, hey, you want to get together? Yes or no? Boom. I was just straight to the point. Hey, you want to go out for a drink, some shit? And I gave off like a yes or no vibe for some shit. And I just got their number and I would just text them, get off the phone, tell her set up a date and get off the phone, and that's it. Don't call her ass or just text her ass until it's time for the date and shit. And surprisingly, that shit worked out to my favor. Some shit. One day, me and the girl, I had this shit planned up. Some shit. We didn't even leave her house. We ended up fucking up inside her house. The minute I met up with her, just because I wasn't texting her and all that shit. It seems like if you don't text them that much, they'll think about you and shit like that.
Well, yeah, and see, but also too with these other situations, you understand, you were probably more free about the outcome. You weren't like sweating the situation. You see what I mean? And so right now, you're sweating the situation. You see what I mean? Like your energy is already putting this girl on a pedestal. You're making her more special than any other girls you've been dealing with. You see what I'm saying?
Well, like I said, Loco, I mean, I never been with one this fucking hot before, but I mean, you said don't put her on a.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You don't want to have that mindset though. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. The fact that it's like you're making that a situation, meaning you're saying like, oh well, I never been out with a chick that's hot before. You're making it seem as if there needs to be something different or special you need to do with this girl. Because even you said, well, girls like that. You said girls like this may end up acting this way if I do this. No, fuck all of that. You feel what I'm saying? Just right. I'm telling you, just go straight into the date, just like you would any other chick. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, the thing is this, like with the other girls that you smashed or whatever, and you was doing, I'm sure you weren't thinking about them like this, right?
Nah, hell no.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So give the same energy you had for them, give it to this chick. The same exact energy. Nothing more, nothing less. Same exact energy. You feel me?
Okay, so treat her like I do the rest of the day.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You feel me? Don't get blinded by the booty. You feel me? So
that shit hard with this one, but okay. I mean, like I said, I followed you for years, so you haven't stood me wrong yet. So.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Well, let me know how it goes. All right.
I most definitely will, sir.
All right, man. I'm holla. All right, peace. Later. All right, man. Yeah, you guys gotta. Don't be you guys gotta not be getting so caught up. You gotta not be getting so caught up with that bullshit, man. I'm telling you. All right, let me try to just do this on my phone again. Hold on, let me see.
To accept, press 1.
You.
Yo, what's up? What's going on?
What's going on? You got to speak up a little bit. What's poppin' with you?
Yeah, not much. What you think about that killer instinct?
What you mean?
I be watching Ron Wills and shit. Like you gotta have that killer instinct. Like you gotta, like a tiger see a cheetah or a deer.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Unfortunately, a lot of dudes don't fucking have that killer instinct. They don't have that like go getter, like let me just do it type of energy, which is important to have in this game, because sometimes you know that split second is the difference between making shit happen or not making it happen. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So so you gotta have that shit, man.
Right. Yo, when I say girls is goofy, man, I had one chick the other night, right? Like probably like a couple days ago. This was a chick I was smashing consistently, but it was like almost close to like a year ago now. She called my phone randomly. Right? And I said, what's up? And I just basically said, like, yeah, me and you should get together soon. He was like, yeah, that's cool. Let me know. I was like, let me know when you're free. Like, all right. Called me later on that night. Now, she was at work. And then she was saying, like, she could come over, like, when she get off. I was like, all right, bet. She let me know what time she got off, like 11 o'clock. So I wasn't ready to communicate with her until 11 o'clock and just be like, hey, what's going on? So once she told me that, she told me around 8. This girl called me like 2 or 3 times.
trying to talk to me and shit, right? And then I was just like, you just want some attention. He was like, yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
And this bitch came over.
So so did she come over or not?
Nah, she never came over.
You
like,
see,
it
that's
went from like, yeah, I get off 11 o'clock tonight, you know what I mean? We can chill. And then it went from that to, I gotta check my money and all this shit. I gotta see.
But you gave her all that attention, bro. Like, you gotta, this is what I try to tell guys. Remember, you want to give women the least amount of attention possible to get the job done. You feel what I'm saying? That's it. If she says, yo, I'm gonna come over at 11, cool. And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't go back and forth, and you understand what I'm saying? Do all that other shit.
Right. I already know, man. It was just like, when she had called me and shit, I was just like, yeah, so how you gonna get it paid, whatever, you know what I mean? And then that's when I pretty much seen the bullshit come through. Once she was like, yeah, I gotta check my funds, and my people just had, I gotta go to the hospital, and I gotta have enough money to get down there. I already knew it was a dud from there, you know what I mean?
Right. So you sounding all laid back and shit. You sounding this laid back when you was talking to her?
Say it again.
I say you sounded real laid back with this shit. Were you sounding this laid back when you was talking to her on the phone?
Yeah. It's funny, right? Because like I said, it was a couple years. It was like a year ago when I was messing with her and shit. She was like, "Oh, like why you being mean to me now?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "Oh, and so
this a chick you already this a chick you already smashed before?"
Yeah.
Man, you gotta tell her to stop playing games, bro. Just tell her, look, man. Tell that chick next time, come through or not, and that's that, bro. Just keep that shit pushing. You can't be playing these games with these girls, man. Come on, you already done hit that. Just be like, yo, you coming through or not? If not, we done. That's it. You ain't gotta go back and forth with this chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. But yo, let me get a few more of these calls before I get up out of here. All right, I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right, peace. Yeah, man. Don't let these girls play these goddamn games with you, man. Shit. Well, let me see what's popping. I'm gonna do another. Let me get one more call, and I'm gonna probably get up out of here. Hold on. All right, let me see. Try one more call. Yo, this shit be bugging. Oh fuck, my bad. Hold on. This shit be bugging the fuck out.
Okay.
God damn, this shit be bugging. My bad. It's call back. This shit is bugging the fuck out. God damn. These phone lines be acting crazy. Man. What's good? Alright, let me get this call real quick.
Malik.
Alright, yo, what's poppin'?
Hey, what's up, Locario?
I'm chilling. What's going on?
I'm just chilling. I'm Malik, and I'm calling from Minnesota. And I got a question about
Wait, hold on one second. Let me. Hold on. This shit is acting funny right now. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. All right, there we go. The fuck? Why is this shit still making noise? All right, here we go. All right, go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah, I was saying, so this chick in my college class, so I had this chick in my college class, so she, me and her, we just talking regular. So, how do I just go, forward with it?
So you said is it girl in a college class, and you said you guys talk? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, just regular stuff, nothing serious. So, how do I go forward with that, to more, sexual stuff and maybe get at her or something?
They say it in the chat room, put some bass in your voice, but nah, so So how many times you see this girl at school? Like what how many times you see this girl?
Like 3 times a week.
Okay. And do you in this college, do you have like a dorm room or something? Like, are you what do you how's your college situation?
I live off campus. I think she lives with her parents.
Okay. And how old are you?
20.
20. Okay. So this is what you do. This is what you do, man. First, when you're in your class, do you have time to have a conversation with her in class?
Yeah, I started talking to her like a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just regular stuff.
Right. So.
Regular stuff and just go ahead.
Right. So what I'll say to you is, when you're having a conversation with her, just try to get some information out of her. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first thing you want to do. So, for example, if you go to school on Monday, right? You say to her, you know, hey, so what'd you do with your boyfriend this weekend? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all you're doing now is you're seeing if she has a boyfriend or not. You see what I mean? Because it.
Yeah.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Right.
So so just after that, when I ask a question and get to know her, or whatever. So what's the next step?
Right. So now if you found out she ain't got a boyfriend, everything is cool, whatever, right? So after that, all you do is say, yo, what are you doing this weekend? We should go do this, or that. Just have something that you can take her to do. You feel what I'm saying? And then if she's like, right, now, if she responds to that positively, like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, whatever, then you just exchange information, exchange numbers, and then you make it happen. Now, if she comes at you with on some, oh, I don't know, and I'm not sure, I don't think I want to do that, blah, 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 you understand what I'm saying? Then you just charge it to the game, and you keep it moving, and you talk to another girl in your class. You see what I'm saying?
So if I do all that, I don't want to be like weird between us. Does it have to be weird between us, or
no? So let's say for example, if she's not trying to do nothing with you, right? All you do is you don't try to holler at her anymore in that way. But when you see her in class, you just be like, oh, hey, what's up? How's your day going? Just on some regular shit. That's it. So what happens is this. What you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out, you know, her situation, right? After you figure out her situation, then you try to set something up. And if you set something up, cool. But if you don't get to set something up, meaning let's say she's not trying to make nothing happen, then you just see her the next day and you just keep it business as usual. Like, hey, what's up? Well, you know, how you been? Whatever. And you just talk to another girl in your class, or you talk to another girl in your school. You see what I'm saying? Don't put so much pressure on yourself to get with this chick, because you're in college, right? So I'm sure there's like hundreds of thousands of girls on your campus, right?
Yeah.
Right. So just look at this girl as just one chick. Don't make it a big deal. You understand? Just make it just straight regular. Just be like, yo, what you doing this weekend? She'd be like, oh, I don't know, nothing really. Okay, cool. Well, listen, there's this event at so-and-so, you know, we should get together and make that happen. Like, come through with me. You understand? And then she's like, okay, cool. Okay, here's my number. Text me a number, and I'll see you. You know, we'll make it happen. That's it.
All right, cool.
That's what you got to do. You ain't gotta you know, do anything extra or anything crazy and all that other stuff. Because all you're doing is gauging to see you know, how responsive she is to you. Now the thing is though, when you're doing this and when you're chilling with her, let's say you take her somewhere, let's say you take her to a bar or some shit or whatever, or, well, you're too young, so you probably can't even get in bars. I think you gotta be 21. But let's say you take her wherever, let's say you go to some park event or something, right? Once you're there, then that's when you start to really flirt with her. You start to, you know what I'm saying? Like, really get at her. Because the thing is this, is that you don't want to get at her in class, because she may not necessarily respond to you in class how she needs to respond to you. You understand? Because she's in class. But if you guys are away from all of that and it's just you and her, then she's going to respond to you more honestly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So
right.
just flirt with her like like out when I'm out with her.
Yeah.
Class, not a good idea,
Right,
right?
right. So all you got to do, try to set something up. If she goes for it, take her somewhere. When you're at that place, that's when you start to really, go in and see what's good with her. You understand what I'm saying? Then you could even, be even more direct. Like, yo, listen, man, I'm glad you came out today because look, I'm you kind of cool. I'm feeling you. So me and you need to make something happen from this point on. What's good? You understand? Like, and just really let her know what it is. And if she's down with it, she'll, then you keep it moving, keep it going. If she's not down with it, if she's on some, oh, I don't know, I'm not really like this, or I just see you as a friend and all that other dumb shit, be like, all right, cool, no problem. And then you just keep it pushing. And then next time you see her in class, oh, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And then you talk to another girl. That's it. All right?
All right, cool.
All right, man. I'm holler at you, bro.
All right, man.
All right, peace,
All right.
peace. All right, man. All right, should I take one more? Let me see if I can take one more. I'll take one more call. Let me see if it'll go through. I think I fucking... Well, let me see if I could get this shit back up. Let me see if I could get this shit back up. Oh, man. All right, I think we got one more call. You.
Hey, what's up, yo?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Prince from Philly.
All right, what's going on, bro?
All right, yo. All right, I'm in a bit of like a dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, so me and this girl were together like 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I went over her place and we had sex. It was very good, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after that, at the time I still had somebody else that had a sex with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I kept hitting her up, and I was just like, when's the next time we can make this happen? And she wasn't getting back at me within like 2 weeks span, right? So then she hit me up Wednesday, and then she was like, so are you trying to come over? But that time, I already had somebody coming over. At that time, I said, well, you and me up too. I already got company.
Mm.
And when I said that, she responded. She was laughing the entire time, but she hung up on me after I said that, right?
Mm.
So after that night, I'm like, all right, is she mad? Is she not mad? I don't know. Whatever, right?
Mm.
She hit me up yesterday night, and she texted me at 11 o'clock saying, hey, right?
Mm.
So I respond 5 minutes later, and I say, what's up? And then she didn't respond to me for the rest of the night.
Mm.
So I'm like, did I do something? Is she just playing games?
Nah, she just, look, she knows you fucking with other chicks. She want to see if she's still, if she wants attention. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all that really is. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because her hitting you up saying hey and all that other shit, and you say what's up, and then she don't respond. She just want to see if you's gonna respond. That's really all that is. You understand?
I knew that. I knew I shouldn't have responded to that shit.
Yeah, that's all she looking for.
I knew.
You know what I'm saying? But either way, you still see. Either way, you still got that girl feeling you. You feel what I'm saying? Because she knows you got other chicks, and she's still trying to get your attention back. You know what I'm saying? She still wants to fuck with you. So don't think that when you're dealing with a girl that if she sort of like acts like she's mad because you fucking with another girl or she hangs up on you and all, that's a good thing. She actually is feeling you. You feel what I'm saying? Chicks thrive off that competition. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could call her up at any point and just be like, yo, what's good? What's going on? Like, come through or whatever. You understand? And she'll probably end up coming through anyway because she wants that attention back. Or she'll try to play as if like, oh, I don't want to see you. I'm not doing, you understand? Because she's trying to act like she's trying to get her value back when in your eyes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And that's all that is. Yeah, man. All right.
Confusing me and shit. I'm like, what you going through? Don't you just playing whatever. All right, thanks.
Yeah, man. All right, I'll let you, bro. All right, peace. Later.
All right, man.
All right, people. that is about it. I got to get out of here, do some stuff. But yo, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Remember to get the book. Bam, How to Have Sex 2 in a Day, ebook, hard copy, audiobook. Make sure you guys get your copy today at MrLocario.com. You feel me? Shout out to all the people in the chat. Darrell S, Fox X, Ecstasy Prevention, what's up? Kaiser Sauce, Martin 77934, DJ Shaddy Perp, Gene Lewis, Joel, what's good? VP Films, Damian Forby, Locario's Bastard Child, hilarious. The Jig is Up, shout out to you. Zane, shout out to you. Valentin Outlaw, French. Who else? Enemies Defeated. K Zagan in the building, shout out to you, bro. Troll Patrol in the building. Who else is up in here? Costas in the building. Costas, let me talk to you for a second, Costas. Because you've been trolling heavy on the comments real quick. Costas, you've been telling me you've been sending me a question that you want me to answer. I still have not received the question. In all of my videos, at the bottom of it, it has a thing that says send me your question. So send me your question there. You feel what I'm saying? Send me your questions there and I will answer your question. I ain't see no questions. All right. So I'm telling you that, Costas, send me the questions there. Man. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in the chat. I will see you guys again, most likely Monday. But if not Monday, maybe Wednesday. But it's always, remember, on Fridays, 3:30 to 5:30. All right. So I'll holler at you guys later. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.